try to replace you with somebody out there.
If I didn't chase you, would you even care?
And if I lost my mind, would you come around? I will keep you safe and sound after all this time.
Back to the sound.
Good morning. Ed, give me a little bit more of my ear there on that second button.
Which button now?
1, 2. Oh, there we go.
Hey, my mute thing.
No, just
little bit of a 1-2.
Give yourself a little bit more in the ear there. Ed, I think you're that channel closest to you. Do you want some more in your ear? Hello, friends.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
What's up, Chad?
Is that better?
That sounds better.
Chad, I don't think Bonang is joining us today. Remember, he's got that funeral. So,
Oh, yeah, shame.
so good luck with the funeral there. But Chad, how are you guys feeling this morning? It's quite an aggressive playlist, Ed, or what do you rate?
I'm feeling it. This is a good way to start a Thursday.
How's the mic volume, Chad? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is that the discount code guy? Yeah, that's why I came in here today.
I was the risk interview guy. I was the BE guy. Now I'm the discount code guy. Okay.
Cheers, Chad.
I'll take it.
Let's have a good one. For the early birds, we are already long on US 30. So when we go back to the chart later, ask yourself why you weren't here from the start. Mike's good, Chad. Let me know. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I need you guys to work with me here today. I want to be like that pastor. Give me an amen if you can hear me. Hallelujah if the mic is very good. To who am I talking here today, Ed?
Who are you talking to? The congregation.
Talking to myself here. Am I talking to the choir, Chad?
You are talking to the congregation.
Amen. Amen. Try spelling hallelujah. I want to see you do that with
Speaking of which, you know that new Kanye West song, Hail Hitler. Have you heard it? Have you heard it? It was a freaking banger. Came out with like 2-3 weeks ago. And then he had a turn of heart and was like, listen, I'm not a Nazi no more. I apologize. Changed the name of the song to Hallelujah. You can't make this stuff up.
We've got a hallelujah. Got a hallelujah. All right, Chad. Try spelling that. But we are going to get going ASAP, Rocky. Hope you guys had a good day yesterday. Hope nobody blew up. But before we start, Edski. What is that? Is it your mic? Oh, yeah. Okay. Edski, can I ask you to open up for us, my brother?
And let's do it, Chad. Let's bow our heads in prayer here. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for granting us another day, another opportunity to come. First of all, to open our eyes, to wake up this morning, to be fit, to be healthy, and to be in a position where we can provide for ourselves and provide for our families. Please bless our hearts, bless our minds, so that we will not be filled with mammon, we will not be filled with corruption. We will come to you with an open heart, full of opportunities, not full of greed, and not full of envy or lust. Let's go into the markets with a clear and open mind, and let's do this in such a way where we can glorify you, provide for our families, and provide for ourselves. We ask this in your name, Lord. We pray. Amen.
Amen, Chad. Amen. If you believe that, please drop a amen in the chat so we can know you guys are here. Amen. Amen. Alrighty, Chad. We are going to jump straight into the economic calendar. If you didn't know, it is Juneteenth. Edski gave me a little bit of a background on Juneteenth. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Ed, give us just a background for the guys that don't know.
Let's before I start talking out of turn, let me make sure of my facts.
Juneteenth.
Maybe make sure of my facts. So I know it's a U.S. federal holiday dedicated towards Black American history. It is to commemorate the ending of slavery in the United States. That's the one.
All right. But Ed, would you agree with me that we still have people that are slaves to money?
Oh, Hundo P. Hundo P. That is a thing.
So maybe slavery for some has ended, but some of you are being controlled by your greed for money. But anyways, Chad, let me not get into that. So let's quickly talk about the economic calendar for the day. We've got the Swissy interest rate decision expected to cut by 0.25%. We've got Christine Lagarde in 48 minutes. Just set my GMT here, 2+2. Yeah, Christine Lagarde speaking. 1 o'clock. Bank of England interest rate decision. All right, so that is literally a chat. No NYSE session today. We are purely going to be focusing on the London session. It has got a nice big discount to drop for you guys.
Hey, I need some likes first, though.
And some likes first. Ed will set the bar, but quite a nice chunky discount for you boys and girls. But Chad, DXY on the daily, we spoke about it yesterday. Very, very simple. I mentioned to you guys that if we close inside of this range, can I get an amen if you were in the stream yesterday and you heard what I said yesterday and the day before, where it's something that we always talk about, just price filling out ranges. So if we close back inside of this range, we would expect price to go up to that range. Okay, so we are bullish. Let's see what is happening on. Let's see what is happening here. Alrighty, Asia highs, point of control holding solidly this morning. Big one now is what do we do here? Could see somewhat of a pullback on the dollar though today, because remember, dollar is going to be offline. No transactions going through dollar banks, or not dollar banks, US banks. So you could see a little bit of a softer dollar, but effectively this is your zone that you want to monitor for further continuation. Alrighty, Chad. US 30. Let me just delete all of this quickly. US 30, tricky one. Tricky. And the reason I say that is you've got yesterday's daily candle closure, taking a previous daily low, closing bullish. You can say, Chris, how do I know it's bullish? If you zoom in, look at that. Even though it's tiny, it's bullish. And also what we're looking at is this zone we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. Just look left with me. You can clearly see that this is a big area of contention. I'm not saying that today can't break through. All right, we can definitely break through, and then we're going to go to the next range. But personally, for me, with that tiny top wick we had, I am going to try the longs. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyways, I am looking for potential longs. Okay, and I will be scaling into the longs with the idea that we will actually effectively have a very range bound day today. So I want to get it as close as possible to the low of the day for us to just maybe fill out the range. So I'm not expecting fireworks. It could just be very, very choppy, but I'm going to give it a chance. And that is why, if you were earlier today, you would have seen that I alerted the guys in the chat and said, listen, I am going long. These are the zones where I will fall into some additional longs, and we will try and take it past the point of control, which is slightly higher. I just want to show you guys, there's your point of control. Then we'll monitor our point of control and then go Asia highs. This is a very unlikely target, but let's see if we can get it. NAS on the daily. Let's quickly check what is NAS doing on the daily. Yesterday's daily candle closure, weak, bullish, but bullish nonetheless. So let's just mark out our daily flip, previous daily low. So effectively NASDAQ, I'm neutral, Chad. It is just one big range that we're in, one big cluster, and yeah, you got to take it on the lower time frames, what's happening. So currently we are trading below that previous daily low. That is quite a bearish sign. Okay, so if we cannot get back above that previous daily low, effectively what's going to happen is we will continue lower, effectively to somewhere down here. That is what the potential is here. Looking at the session volume profile, we are currently right at it. So if you are short biased today and you want to take a short, you want to be taking your shorts from here, Then if we add Asia lows, if you start shorting from here, Asia lows will be your first area of contention. That is the first area where you will start to manage your trade, see if we can actually break through or whether we fake out and come back inside. Okay, if you are bullish on NAS, then I would say this area is important. So there. So if we can start to break above this zone, then I would say buys are very, very solid for NAS. Okay, so very, very simple. These are the two zones that we are monitoring for NAS, and we'll see where she goes. Gold on the daily. Again, chat, I don't know who is taking notes here, who's alert, but the analysis these past couple of weeks have been very, very solid. So yesterday, mentioned to you guys that the daily close is going to be pivotal in terms of where we will trade to next. Again, what happened here? Failed breakout, closed back inside of the range. Beautiful retest on that level. And where do we expect gold to go now? We would expect gold to come somewhere down here. All right, very simple. Trading is that simple. It is literally ranges that get filled out. Nothing more, nothing less. Why is this rectangle so opaque? There we go. So if we stay within this range here, we will go to the low of that range. Simple as that. Now what we want to do is we want to monitor that previous daily low. Just do this quickly, previous daily low. And then I'm going to show you where your point of control was this morning. Look at where your point of control was. Beautiful. So if you were awake and alert, around about 20 to 8, there was your short idea. Now trading at the low of the day. So just be careful. Also your daily S1. We could, very, very well could, come all the way back up there. Asia lows, daily flip for a retest to then continue lower. So nothing for me on gold. Your position would have been from here this morning. Okay. GU. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly blitz GU. GU bearish, closed back inside of this range. We are now breaking previous daily lows, so you need to monitor that. It is definitely bearish. I just want to see in terms. All right, GU, nothing for me. Already taken Asia lows. Sorry, Chad, I chalked my charts yesterday. GJ quickly on the daily. Daily also bearish. However, if you look at GJ, we did close back inside of this range, and you would expect price to fill out the range to these lows. That is your range high. So monitor previous daily low. Let's see where the point of control is sitting. All right, beautiful. There's your point of control now, trading away. Where is your Asia highs? All right, chalked as well. You want to be buying from Asia lows, not Asia highs. So that is chalked. With that being said, we're going to head over to Etsky. And give me 1 second here. Just want to adjust its chart here a little bit for him. Let's make it nice and clean. All right, over to Ed. I just want to grab something out of the car. I'll see you now, Chad.
All right, Chad. So in a very similar position to what Chris is on right now. So I am overall bullish on indices right now. So in a little bit of a buy position on there. Asia lows untested, Asia highs untested. We're in the middle of the range right now, so I am hoping for a little bit of a retrace. If we do go a little bit lower down to this monthly pivot over here, I'm going to add a secondary position. And then we have the daily S2 and weekly S1 as a good little support on there. I'm not anticipating it going much further than that because I am, like I said, bullish on indices right now. So, I am going to do a little bit of experiment. This first position, I'm probably going to hold for quite a distance. I do think at some point, all-time highs on the indices are going to become a thing. And your boy's a swing trader now. Hey, he's holding. He's holding. And then on this position, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and just go for previous daily highs on there. So right now, we can clearly see we're still in the Asian range. Nothing happening with Juneteenth being the holiday that we're having today. I don't anticipate too much price action happening today. We are likely going to have a little bit of sideways price action. So if that does happen, let's not be too shocked. So that is my plan on US 30 right now. But I am expecting an overall bullish move. And then the other position I'm on is on gold. For those of you who were here 3-ish weeks ago, I am on a massively long swing position on gold from weeks ago now. So we're floating in profits right now. I am expecting a little bit of a retrace down to the weekly S1 here, where I'm going to add another substantial position. We've been having nothing but bullish price action overall for the last little while, so I am expecting this to be a nice little retracement. Till about the weekly S1, I'm then going to add a position there, and we're going to take this to all-time highs for sure. So the initial position was on 31.75, and the target is 35 hundo. And I've been stacking along the way from there. Anyway, for today's position, we've broken below Asia lows, below previous daily lows. We seem to be doing a little bit of a retrace here at the daily S1. I am hoping for a little bit more to this weekly S1 where I'm going to stack more positions. However, I do think today is going to be bullish on gold. And I think our daily target for today will probably be just past the previous daily high, somewhere in that ballpark. So your boy's swing trading now, which I am freaking loving. So much more stress free.
Yeah, it is definitely
So much more stress free. I think I've been in this gold trade for 3.5 weeks now, floating nicely in profits and looking to add a few more fat stacks, really maximizing that move.
Is that you, Ed?
That is me in a nutshell.
Beautiful, Chad. Let's get straight into what is cooking here. How's the week been? How's everyone doing? Everyone should be doing. I think this is most probably one of our best months. It has been incredible. So drop a 7 if this has been a very solid month, Chad.
Chad, on that Discord code, if we can get to 150 likes, I'm gonna drop something substantial for Juneteenth. So let's get the likes up to 100. 150 is 205 of us here. I think 150 is
That's reasonable.
That's reasonable. It won't be a 50% code, guys.
50% code. Damn.
Jeez, might as well give you the account for free. Why don't I?
Come on, guys, going like, alrighty, 7, alright. Alright. Chad, also do me a favor, if you really want to help the channel, just press that share button, copy the link. You don't have to post it anywhere, but if you want to post it, you can. But that will also significantly help the traffic on the channel. I haven't even set my stop loss on this. Let me just do it because you never know when something could happen. So don't fall off your chair if you hear a sound that sounds familiar.
Just now, Donald Trump decides to tweet in the middle of the night.
Dude, a couple of years ago, that flash crash on GJ, luckily I wasn't in a position, but one of my mates blew up. 850 pips in 5 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. Imagine you being on the right side of that, though.
I was actually in a short. Closed it earlier that evening. But it's a one-off event. Talking of one-off events, some of you are basing your targets on your trades of something that's an outlier. So like I said the other day, even if price can go 1,000 pips, how many times a year does a daily range exceed 500, 600, 700? So you want to be within something that's reasonable. Okay.
All right, Chad, 93 likes. Come on. Your boy wants to drop this code.
All right, chat. 1 minute, 26 seconds. We are already running in the blues. It is a blue. It's Thursday, Ed.
It is Thursday indeed. Fake Friday.
Fake Friday. Let me check the chat here. Blue funded this morning. Hey, Jordy.
Oh, shame. What a way to start a day.
Bounce back. I will say my most consistent part of trading is blowing funded accounts. No, man. We gotta fix that, chat. But we're gonna chat a little bit about all of that. Bro, does this not sound like Travis Scott?
I wouldn't have if you told me it was, I wouldn't have called you a liar.
We're going to talk a little bit about psychology, trade management as well. Got some messages yesterday. So yeah, we're going to talk about it. I'm also, I don't know where, later in the stream, I'm going to drop some nuggets for the diehards. I'm going to wait till the end. I'm going to squeeze it out. Chad, with that being said, this is our favorite round of the week. It is round 7. Markets are open and in motion. Ding, ding, ding.
Let go.
Oh, that's very soft. That didn't really carry well. I'll have to redo that. Let's try it again.
Round 1.
There we go.
Fight.
Ayo.
This weekend, yes, Amina, it is. You say this every day, it does a little. We actually talked about it this morning, me and Ed. If you ever want motivation, that is why I love Bonang and having him on stream and his entire story. That is one guy that had everything go against him and still managed to make a success. So don't look at me for success or whatever. I went the standard route, studied hard, worked hard, all of that, got the opportunity to go to school, university, all of that. So that doesn't really count. But a guy like Bonang had something different, and that should motivate you.
Dude has had half the opportunities in life that most people had.
Bro,
He still made a way to make it work.
Like, if that does not motivate you, I don't know what will. I didn't catch the trade you made, bro. My bro, you need to be here on time, early in the morning.
The markets wait for nobody.
Yes. Why do you think there's 20 guys every single morning early waiting for the crumbs to fall off the table? It's like that verse in the Bible where the Gentile, the one lady said, I just want to sit at the table. I don't even want to have a plate. I'll just grab the crumbs falling off the table. Some of you are sitting at the table, and when we bring the edits like this, we bring the fork with the food.
Take it.
And then you still manage
Take
to
it.
you close your mouth and then you eat it with your cheek. we literally put it on there. We're like, just open your mouth. Yeah, it's coming.
All you need
And
to
you're
do,
like,
show up on time, listen.
manage your risk. Chad, while we wait here, yesterday a guy, I won't say who it is, but it's one of our members and one of our stream members. He took a 200 Rand account last week following what we do on stream to 3,800 Rand.
No, man, really.
He almost blew it yesterday, but I'm talking full stack. And I tell the brother, and I'm like, listen, yeah. Firstly, your mindset was that you were ready to lose the 200. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
That is fine. But now you've substantially increased that 200 Rand
What percentage
to
increase is that even?
3,800 Rand.
Wait.
Why would you now still have the same mentality of wanting to blow the account? So I said you've got a substantial account now that just lever back and you can get that account to a very decent size. Like I told you guys, for the next video series that I'm doing, I'm not going to disclose where the account is sitting at now. I don't want to pressure myself. But I'm going to show you guys how to start with little and get it to a working account where you can start to withdraw on a weekly basis. Everyone in the office has seen it. It's all the trades that we've called out on stream. It's trades that I've shared. It's nothing weird or like, oh, this is AI or this is fake.
It's quite simple, actually.
It is very simple. It is very it's real and raw. It's not something like, oh, I took 200 Rand to 5 million Rand. It's not silly. It's realistic numbers that you guys can aim for. And yeah, 200 Rand to 38. You've got the opportunity now to build yourself a working account. But everyone wants to rush.
Unfortunately. I mean, 3.8 is a bag, man. From $200. What's that?
What is the ROI?
It's 19x.
So it's 19,000 percent. No, 1,000.
No, 1,900%. That's insane. That's insane. And you're gonna full stack it on a single trade. Oh, I'm assuming that's what happened.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
So I said, bro, if you get to break even, get out. You got to break even, luckily. And I said, today you start fresh. Don't want to see all of that barcoding shit. Yes, dude. Bro, you know when you screenshot your screen and it's not even all the positions.
Listen, I'm not gonna judge on my little swing on gold. I am barcoded to hell and back right now. But it ain't barcoding for the sake of. This is
No,
like
no, it's-
specific levels. I'm like, okay, here's a good place to add. Here's a good place to add. I'm now waiting for a nice little retrace. I put a fat stack on this next one.
Chad, just want to show you guys quickly. Obviously, FOMC meeting yesterday, so just going to go through some of the notes here. Fed out rate steady at 4.25 to 4.5, but revised its 2025 inflation forecast upward of 3% from 2.8, so expecting inflation to increase. Cut 2025 growth projections to 1.4 from 1.7, signaling stagflation risk, while explicitly warned that Trump's tariffs will fuel goods inflation. The cost of tariffs must be paid by consumers. We expect more effects in coming months. Geopolitical tensions, escalating Iran-Israel conflict raises oil supply concerns. JP Morgan notes a potential profound impact on oil markets if US or Israel strikes Iranian nuclear sites. Okay, safe haven demand boosted. Dollar index to 99.8% weekly gain, pressuring equities. Mixed sentiment indicators, improving surveys, all investor sentiment. Bullishness surged to 36.67 from 32.66 last week. Bearishness fell sharply to 33.53 from 41. University of Michigan consumer sentiment jumped to 60.5 in June from 52, beating expectations. Persistent concerns. LSEG and Ipsos confidence rebounded to 53, but remains below pre-2024 levels. Okay, inflation expectations, 1-year outlook dropped to 5.1 from 6.6, but long-term remains elevated at 4.1. S&P 500 trading near 125-day moving average, indicating fragile momentum. Defensive shifts, we've got treasury demand, yields are down, dollar strength reflect risk off positioning. Commodities, oil prices flat but vulnerable. Options activity, put call ratio hints at hedging demand, neutral to bearish. Okay. Key risks today, Fed credibility test, markets price into 2025 rate cuts, but analysts doubt timing amid tariffs, geopolitical triggers. We still have US involvement and Iran conflict could spike volatility. Stagflation signals rising inflation plus slowing growth may compress equity valuations. Cyclicals is underweight defensives, overweight tech is neutral, and energy is just where it is. And then conclusion, while improving consumer and investor surveys suggest sentiment stabilization, stagflation warnings, tariff impacts, and Middle East risks dominate the narrative. Expect range-bound trading with downside bias until inflation trajectory clarifies. Defensive positioning and volatility hedges are prudent. Traders should monitor today's geopolitical headlines and Fed speakers for momentum shifts. All done by DeepSeek. If you don't know how to use AI as of yet, the prompt that I gave AI on that one, Ed, is I said, take into consideration the most recent data releases, all headlines considering markets and geopolitical tensions, and provide me with a sentiment analysis. And it literally scanned through the web and it came up with that. So,
Chad, if you ain't using AI,
I don't know, bro.
you behind the curve.
Mo showed me something else today. I don't know if I should even share it with you guys. But there's an app that will take a podcast or any book and build a mind map of it.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I'll send it to you, but don't tell the people.
That is actually quite sick. Nice little summary. Chad, we had 116 likes, 150. I drop a fat little discount code for you. It sounds like you guys don't want to trade. Are you guys like, you afraid to blow an account? What's going on? I mean, we're in a position right now, very close to entry. You can still get on that. You can still get in on that.
I wouldn't though, Ed, because these streams are purely for
education and entertainment purposes only.
Please consult with your
financial advisor
for making any
financial decisions.
Thank you so much for your cooperation. Yeah, Lyndon, that was a stunner. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. At US 30, just on a stretcher.
I'm expecting a little bit of chop today, eh?
Yeah, that's why I'm not expecting much. I'll add a little bit here. I'll check what we do at the previous daily low. We are currently rejecting it, which is not a good sign. We can continue lower. I'm just going to monitor this level for a bit. I might close out my position here unless we start holding above it. But this can go short, Chad. Just want to let you guys know.
So would you close it out and then enter at a...
Yeah, a little bit lower than Asia lows.
around Asia.
You know
moves.
what?
Okay.
I am actually going to close it right now, Chad. Chad, that is me out of it. Okay.
What influenced that decision?
No, so looking at it, sorry, I was so focused on the chat. I closed it out there. Look at this chat. So previous daily low right there. We've rejected it twice now. We are now trading below the point of control. And this zone technically here, Etsky. I don't have to manage it now already, but this zone here effectively becomes your zone where you want to trade from. So now what's going to happen is if we break out of this zone, because look, Asia lows is still untested.
Yeah.
So it looks more likely for me that price will now first dip into Asia. And that's where I'll restart my building of the position. But if you don't mind sitting through the drawdown to build your position, you can, because this is still very valid. But effectively, Chad, we're still within the Asia range. We haven't taken Asia lows. We rejected the previous daily low, which is a key level. We're currently holding below that point of control. So you can actually short if you want to. A little short scalp. Or you can wait for the longs. I won't short here personally, just based off what I've been doing as of late. But it is still very valid. Similar to yesterday.
All right, Chad, with 134, you got 16 more likes, and you get yourself a little discount code there.
Kribo, you had to take a buy on German 40. It is moving.
German
40. Let me see.
Did you say a buy?
DAX. Oh, daily S2. Now currently at that point of control, so monitor that level there. SA 40 down almost 1%. Ooh. Nas. I'm gonna go for some Nas longs, Etsky, if we start trading above here.
Nas longs.
Nas longo. And then US 30. I would actually love a dip, bro. If this thing can dip hard for us.
Yeah, I would actually love it to go to the, what's this thing called?
Asia low.
No.
Daily S1.
Below that even. I would love it to go to, tell you now, the monthly pivot. I would put a fat stack on the monthly pivot.
Martinus, I tell you what, buy a 100k USD account today, and then I'll send you a 50% discount code for your next one. How about that? How did the exam go? Tabiso, it actually... Dude, so that RE exam, the RE1 is a very, very weird exam. It's not like any other exam where you can definitively say this answer is correct that I answered.
Oh wait, you wrote that last week, eh?
Yesterday.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a very tricky exam. But I'm gonna be hopeful. If I don't pass it, I'll just write it again.
Did you study this time?
I studied. So, bro, so what I told myself, I'm not somebody that reviews my paper.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Because then you start overthinking it. So I read very slowly. It took me 2 hours out of the 2.5. Last time I wrote it in an hour. And I read the question very slowly, made sure I checked everything. At one stage, I actually thought I was not going to finish on time. But luckily, everything went well.
Okay. 2G's about to get super official.
Official.
Wait, what's the deal you made with Marnus?
Marna?
Marnus in the chat here. You made a deal with him. I missed that.
Wait, I'll check now.
Some of a 50% discount code.
Yeah, if he buys. Chad, okay, I'm slightly lower, but we are going in.
We're going in.
All right, we are back in.
Full back in.
Okay, we're back in, boys. We're back in business. Now, I told him, he said I must give him a discount code to buy 100K.
Yeah.
I said, first buy the 100K, then I'll send you a 50% discount code.
Okay, I'll keep track of that. I'll be waiting for your name to pop up, Marnus. I'll make sure you get that code.
Maranasius. All right, Chad, there we go. We are back in. We are back in, and we will scale in. We will be building a little long position here.
3 more likes, Chad. And we get that first little discount code.
Young little disco.
Tell you what, if you buy, you want to make it a deal for everybody. If they buy the 100K.
Yeah, we can. 100K. Buy the 100K and you get a 50% discount code.
Oh, shit. Things just got real. Okay. I can organize that, Chad. I can organize that.
Check everyone. 100K. Hundo.
No risk, no Rari. Are you here to make money or are you here to play games?
All right. So is that the deal now?
Okay.
Is that official? Or is shaking on it?
Anyone who uses this discount code to get 100K, they'll get a 50% off.
No. I have to pay full price for that. Okay.
Oh, they have to pay full price for the 100K. Oh, so is it a... Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, that's a bad deal for us.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No. They need to pay full price.
That's what I thought you were saying.
No discount code.
Okay, you buy 100K, then you get a 50% off.
Yeah, no discount
Okay,
code.
okay.
Justy.
I thought you were being super generous. That's what I was wondering.
No. Damn.
That's why I asked you to
discount
clarify.
code on a discount code. Holy.
That's why I was asking. Hey, Chad, we got 150 likes. Discount codes live. June 35. Get you 35% off. It's not going to be valid forever. I haven't put an end date to it yet, but it's not going to be valid forever. June 35. Get yourself 35% off a Vault Funder account today.
Just put in a chat here. June 35.
June 35.
June 35.
In celebration of Juneteenth, you get yourself 35% off, Chad.
There we go.
I'm making these discount codes rain.
You guys need to thank Ed for it.
Let it expire end of June at least.
all caps, Ed. Somebody asking all caps, no caps.
Nah, no caps. Don't matter actually. I think the system picks up either way. No risk, no Rari, gents. Get yourself some funding.
DAX. What is DAX?
Griffin, nope. It's 1 step, 2 step, 5K, 10K, 100K.
Ed, I'm telling you, bro, this point of control. Look at this.
Oh, rejected point of control immediately fell.
Chad, if you don't know about the point of control, it is a weapon. It is.
I mean, that's where US 30 is falling from right now, actually. Come on, gold. Sink a little bit. Sink a little bit for daddy.
That is where what's name is also falling from. NAS. There's your point of control. You can literally build a strategy just off the point of control. You don't need anything more. You don't need anything more.
Now's a chance, Chad. You can buy like 3 accounts, test your 3 different strats. The one that grows is the one you stick with.
No, not at this stage. The first payout won't be 14 days. You need to think about it in terms of the risk profile of a trader. That first 30 days gives us a lot of data for the risk team to work with. So you need to remember we've got a dealing team that basically looks at all of the data, that looks at all of the traders, and that's why we have flag traders for malicious acts. Because if you think about it, there's nothing wrong with making money with a prop firm. But what we try and do at Vault Funder, which I think very few other prop firms do, is it's a relationship. It's a relational thing. It's not you against the prop firm. The prop firm is there to help you. So when we have a risk interview, when we put certain stuff in place to say, like, listen here, on your funded account, don't risk more than 2% per instrument per day. It's there to protect you as a trader. Because now you lose a funded account that you worked very hard for, and forget even the money spent, the time, the emotional input. You invest quite a bit as a trader. So why would you now want to go and throw that away? I've told you guys so many times, a funded account is an asset. So I put my stops in quickly. So for that reason, if your house is an asset, you're not trying to drive your car through the front door every evening. You hear what I'm saying? You paint your house, you keep it neat, you cut the grass. Now, why would you take a funded account and try and send it through somebody's wall every day? Risk interview, though. Yeah, so Scully, we do an interview with all of our funded traders before we start, before they start the journey. And it's just basically to get a little bit of a background on the trader. The calls are recorded because you guys need to remember, Vault Funder is a registered financial services provider. Even though the prop firm space is not regulated as of yet, we still comply with the Phase Act. We still comply with the General Code of Conduct that is set out within the FSCA. So that is why we do all of this. I didn't get an interview, bro.
Did you do? You might have gotten the
electronic.
The questionnaire.
You would have gotten a questionnaire. I think the discount expires tomorrow morning at 8.
Could be. Could expire at lunch. Depends how I feel. What you waiting for?
Linen, beautiful, my brother. Just stick it out. There's definitely more. Yes. So basically, you see this fib I've pulled here. These levels is where I will scale in. So I don't change my lot sizes, Chad. So let me just put it to you this way. So let's say I entered a 1 lot here. So my risk decreases with each position I add. So let's say this first position is 1%. Let's just use arbitrary numbers. That first position, wait, let me do it this way. Just to show it to you guys visually, because some of you enter like machines. So first position is, let's use arbitrary numbers, 1%. Okay. So the risk on that first position is 1%. Then the risk on the second position is 0.75%. 0.75. Then the risk on this position is 0.5%. Then the risk on that last position is only 0.25. So I'm just using 1 as an arbitrary number. It's easier to. So now effectively in total, what I've got on the table then, if all of my positions fill and all of them get stopped out, is 2.5%. 1% plus 1, it's 1.75 to 2.5. Lot sizes are kept the same. Risk is reduced as I drop lower. It's very methodical. It's not like a lot of the guys that just build stack and it's messy. No, it's based off your average daily range. We spoke about it, the indicator. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit later for the guys that stick around. It's very methodical. You'll also see that text there, the AVGLW. It's not a new homosexual club. I don't know if I can even say that word. The AVGLW, it's like, oh my word. A club for... It's not that. Yes, bro. I hope can I say words like that?
You have offended at least 0.5% of the chat now.
No, but I mean, can you say stuff like that on stream, or is it against?
We're gonna get shadow banned. I think we lost like 20 viewers just now.
No, don't worry about how this fib is drawn, my brother. This fib is literally drawn from my entry to where my stop loss is, and it just divides it into 4 quadrants. Don't overthink it. So my stop is a fixed 250, and all I do is I pull the fib. So this fib is just a percentage, Chad. I can take 250 and divide it by 4, and it will give me this. I just pull the fib. Remember, your fib is just ratios. You determine what your fib values are. If I want to get the 33, if I want to divide it into 3, all I'll do is I'll do this. Then it's divided into 3. Let's take out the 50. That's all a fib is. So now that's divided into 3. If you only want to take 3 positions, hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I don't know what to tell you.
Linden back is doing a lot better now that I've taken now that Nationals is over. I've taken some rest. Still a little bit iffy.
Oh, is it Brian? Oh shit, Brian.
What's Brian doing?
No, he changed rec trading. Yeah, Brian. No, so
oh shit!
I just use it to just to work out my quadrants. Otherwise, I have to pull out my calculator here, measure. Oh shit, that is 60. So it's just easier for me to do it this way. Rec trading.
Rec trading.
I need to get used to that name now.
Is that because you're being wrecked, or are you doing the wrecking? What's going on?
I think it's starting with a 90-day wrecked trading industry.
This is how know.
I think Brian is planning a 90-day skirmish, launching something
he's
the
about
industry has never seen.
We're about to get some scammy activities as soon as the name change comes. You're about to get wrecked.
Wreck trading, how to wreck the brokers. I learned a new thing. This Chad, the fib is literally just ratios. The fib is literally a ratio. So if I pull something here that's 100, and I pull a fib, the fib is literally just a percentage of that. So if I turn this around for you guys to visually think of it as this way, there's 0, that's 25%, that's 50%, that's 75, that's 1. That's all it is. It just divides something into a percentage ratio. So that value could technically be 75, 50, 25. Do you want to tell me people were trading the fib and thinking it's this like
magical little
oh shit, the fib.
Fibonacci sequence.
Fibonacci. I will call my child Fibonacci and he will be rich.
Jacques, your refund is paid out with your first withdrawal, your first payout.
Direct trading is all in. Can someone please explain how the refund works on the Vault Fund accounts? Jock Hendricks, whatever you paid, you will get paid back on your first withdrawal. So let's say your first withdrawal is 10,000 Rand and you paid 5,000 Rand for your account, you will get 10,500. Koop my Fibonacci.
Quote me Fibonacci. Chad, June 35% off that account. I'm still deciding how long that code's going to be active for. So I would be a little bit faster than slower if I was you. Might be gone by the time the stream is over. You don't know.
Most of us learn about the fib from, hey, bro. I think most of the guys don't even know how to. Yeah, Chad, the fib is literally, yeah. Hey. Some of these guys will be, you can change this. It's like, Chris, I don't know what I'm doing now. Where's my fib? I can't trade anymore. Where's my 618? Fibonacci. Bro, you know somebody can't trade if they call it a Fibonacci. Either you Japanese or you... Yes, Kyle, then you technically saved... you put that full amount in a Fibonacci.
Fibonacci 2000. Is that the next indicator?
Woo!
I dig it. I dig it.
The Fibonacci. There's no minimum withdrawal amount.
No maximum either.
Bobby Hands, the fib just gives you an idea of where price can go to. So the theory obviously comes from the Fibonacci, the golden ratio, 618. It also comes back to, not pi, but I saw, did you see that visual representation of why pi is a irrational number?
Is a rational or irrational?
No, irrational number. Pi, because remember, pi will never, it's open-ended.
Yeah,
on the end.
It doesn't have an ending.
Yeah, so basically what they did was they put like a metal, think of it as a swivel. So I'm going to try and find it now online. So they put a metal swivel, so that's the swivel there.
Mm-hmm.
That's fixed.
Okay.
Then this part, okay, wait, let me redraw it. Then this part is a swivel connecting the two legs there.
Okay.
And now this just goes around in circles, and this obviously bends. And let me see if I can find it. It was quite interesting.
I've seen videos like that.
Representation. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, there's it. Let me quickly. This was quite interesting. Oh, wait, where I put this music off? Is there a way to put this? Wait, let's go here. There we go, Chad. Okay, see there it's starting.
And then little swivel.
Check. There you would think it would connect there. But check, there it doesn't connect. Okay. Now it will go on. Right, I'm waiting for somebody to put this into an indicator, visual indicator, and say if price hits there, it's going to come back. Okay, wait, you'll see it will just...
Isn't there a certain someone who is trying to do that?
Okay.
There is There's a certain someone who was trying to do that.
Okay, check, yeah. There. Check.
You're like, okay.
Whoa,
okay, here we
you
go.
check there you go again. So after it's done its full radius, check there.
Starts
it just
again.
starts over again. So that's why it's a rational number. It's not close-ended. It will just go on like this. Wait, it's gonna zoom again. Check. Check. Wait,
That is actually quite cool.
wait, check.
Yeah.
Check. But now it's gonna zoom in there. Watch now. Okay, zoom in first. Zoom in. Check. Oi, look at that.
Nice.
Bro, irrational number.
Hairline miss.
Bro.
That's quite sick, actually.
$250 likes, and then Kribo drops 5 VKF accounts. Maybe. Let's get to 250. My idea was to pass and then get refunded before withdrawing. Unfortunately not, my brother. I wish I was... Wait, let me see. I had a Vault Fund account, 5k USD, and you must have at least... No, I think you... Tariq Fakir, is it Fakir? I think... sorry. So, Tariq, sorry, my brother. I think maybe you didn't have the minimum trading days, but there's no minimum. There's no minimum. So I think your minimum trading days haven't passed. But if you ever doubt, please email support at vaultfunder.trade. That's why we've got the support agents there, because we want to make sure. So feel free. There's a live chat for you guys to use. There's the email support. We really pride ourselves in a very good support structure for the traders. Vault Funder freezes more than Escom. It's just me and my wife accounts. All my other props don't do that. Please help. Ernest, please email support at vaultfunder.trade if you've had an issue. Please. We are actually migrating at the end of the month to a completely new server. So you guys will get... When is that email going out, Ed?
I am not 1,000% sure, but I can find out.
So yeah, Ernest, we are actually going to a complete new server. A fresh one. Because the current server is a little bit clunky.
Wait, I'm testing it now on my side. Execution seemed quick.
No, I think it's there are times where, for instance, there'll be a delay with connecting to your, especially from your phone.
No, fast AF for me right now.
So yeah, we getting a fresh server.
Hey Chad, I lost $500 in like 5 seconds. Quick sticks. Dude, I was testing our server connections. This is like a month ago. So I told one of the support girlies, just give me a quick little 10K account. I just want to test the connections, and then I'm quickly just gonna blow it. I want to see how quickly the email comes through saying I've breached the account. So I went in, I'm like, and
Couldn't
just
blow the
dude, I kid you not. I went in, I was like, US 30, sell, gold, buy, NAS, buy. Euro USD, sell.
Everything
GBP USD, buy. And I put it there in the corner. I'm like, okay, it'll breach now. I'm like full stacking this thing. After like 40 minutes, I'm like, this email hasn't come through yet. What happened? I go check. Am I not 40% up on the account? So I made a quick 4,000 doll hairs on a 10K account. Randomly just putting positions in.
I will, Brian. Send me that dream catcher. Let me just get through. Is somebody saying they emailed support and they haven't gotten? That's impossible. When did you email? Okay, you can't email 2 o'clock in the morning. You got to be realistic here. No, Tariq, you don't have to get 3%. There's just the minimum trading days. So if you are 1% up, you can withdraw. We've had that one guy that he's the one that won the account, and all he does is he's scaled up now to a $12,500 account. All he does is he does $150 on the account, withdraws. 150 withdraws, 150 withdraws.
Hey, what's happening on gold? A little bit of a spiky.
It's a chart that freezes on my PC all the time. Ernest, you must look at the bottom of your... Let me actually see if I've got a... I think you might have said something at the bottom right. So, Ernest, if you go to your bottom right here... Oh, wait, let me just do this. You must just check there. If you click there, just see what server you are connecting to. Okay, so there's various servers that you can connect to. So you can choose one that's got the lowest latency. Obviously these signals aren't 100% there, so obviously the SA server, the 2 SA servers have got... But just check that for me, Ernest. Does 35% apply to newbies? Because it seems it's not working. Is it 1 step and 2 step?
It is both. It is both.
Check it quickly.
It's working on the 2-step. Let's try the 1-step quick. I always make sure I do a little bit of a check. Okay, 1-step.
All accounts, huh?
All accounts. June 35.
Just make sure you put in your province, eh?
Yeah, working for me. Even without the province prompt.
Really?
Yeah. Because we spoke to our tech team about that. I think they corrected it.
Yeah, I asked them to remove it. Let's check here.
Yeah, working for me.
June 35. Yeah. Wait, what is the cost of a 5K?
$40. No, that's with the discount.
Oh yeah, no, it works. Have a discount code June 35.
Good heavens.
Yeah, it works. You put it on all account, MT4, MT5, eh?
Alles. I made sure.
Yes, even if you're up 100, my brother, you can get the refund. I think the SA2 server, alright Ernest, please let me know, my brother, but it should be smooth. Just check it out there, my brother. I think you don't fill in everything on the list. Could be. Please make sure all your information is on there.
Hey, Marnus, congrats, man. Looking forward to an interview in a couple days to weeks.
We need a intro, Trevor. All right, Chad. Can we get another dip? I would love another dip.
I dip, you dip.
Dip Arena. Let's quickly look at Nas. Nas in free fall. Okay, not free fall, but point of control 34. Gold. Whoa, Ed, what did we say about gold coming back to retest that area, Chad?
Coming back with a vengeance.
Oh, if you listened, we said all the way back here, go watch the start of the stream. It is almost like we know what we're doing.
I want a little bit more of a dip still, though.
To sell.
No, I want to buy. I want to buy from a little bit lower.
Oh, you want to buy?
I want to buy. Must come to that weekly S1, man. I can put a bag on a weekly S1 to hold.
I would be happy if I can at least get 2 positions in here. Just give me a little bit more. Asia lows. Give me Asia lows.
Although based on where this thing turned around, it could be done now.
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean gold, not US
Oh,
gold.
no, US that is too clean, bro. Look at that. The ICT boys are all over this. Bro, it's weird. I've seen some influencers, local influencers, that used to trade like SMC and ICT, and now all of a sudden I see on their charts they've got daily open levels, previous daily low. I don't know, Ed. Do you think it's catching on to the rest of the industry?
I mean, it isn't bad. It isn't bad. People have been slow.
Hey, schooly living, beautiful, my brother. Chris, Chronic, let me just check. Chronic, let me go up. Chronic, damn. Chronic, maybe just send your message again. I've never experienced a support team that is as attentive and on top of issues as your support team. I've never waited for more than at a push an hour for response. Hey, Jared. Hey, bro, support is important. I'll always say it.
What really turned things around is we hired a guy with a whip, and every time they were being a little slow, they got a little crack on the back there. Since then, support's been amazing.
Kribo, the chat lets you know why people blow accounts. Wait. Chris, can you look at GU for me on the lower time frame? Would you say shorts from daily flip are valid? Okay, let's quickly look at GU for you, my brother. I don't like GU today. And the reason for that is I'm bearish on it. And we always talk about you want to sell from Asia highs and you want to buy from Asia lows. So this technically, if you throw buyers out of the window, and if you go check our playbook, this year, Lyndon and the boys will tell you this is usually a buy setup. That's your fake out, and you would expect it to go to Asia highs. So my daily bias is not concurring what I see on price. In terms of a sell, it's very tough to sell from anywhere where we are now. There's literally no setup for me to sell here at this stage. The only idea of a sell that I can potentially see is if we push up here. Let me just go like this. The only potential idea of a sell is if we push up here and we start to reject. That's the only idea of a sell. Other than that, the structure is just messy, dude. There's really... It's holding above this 13400. Your half round number is all the way up there, 13450. There's nothing I really like here, if I'm being very honest, my dude. That's why I said this morning I'm not even going to waste your time. There's nothing that I like in terms of the sells on this. GJ was the same. It's I'm technically... previous daily low, yeah, sorry, there was the test of the previous daily low, there was the dip below, there was your half round number as well as your point of control, but again, Asia range still intact, so nothing that I like there. Did I miss anything in the chat here? Let me quickly go through. US 30 sell during London and buy during pre-New York, so it's good that Chris has a big stop loss. Yeah, I know my stop loss is big. You know what they say about big guys that have big feet? They've got big stop losses. Nas short. Yeah, Nas short was perfect off that point of control. There was your point of control. Boom. Beautiful. Let me just see. Deutsche Boer, GUSE, there's a better chance for you to trade EU today. EU is still in a ascending trend line. Yeah, they usually move quite in sync. So I would say if you trade either Euro or GU, I told you guys this before, maybe you guys haven't heard it, but you can use Euro GBP as your index for the two. So obviously if Euro GBP is bullish, chat, maybe you guys didn't know this, so listen up. Euro GBP is your similar to your dollar index. This will gauge the strength between the euro and the pound. So we can currently see that Euro GBP is relatively bullish. So if you wanted to buy, for instance, Euro USD or GBP USD, you would rather buy Euro USD because it's currently the stronger one between the two. Vice versa, if you want to sell, for instance, Pound USD or Euro USD, you would rather sell Pound USD than Euro USD because Pound is weaker relative to the Euro. Okay, so you can use, don't trade Euro GBP, use it as an index to gauge the strength between the two. I hope that helps, Chad. Always dropping little nuggets here for you, gents and ladies. Even though we don't have a lot of ladies in the chat, we know you are here. Let's see. Golden midday this morning. Took some buys. Sliced like a headless chicken before it went up. Can someone please give me the hours for the trading sessions? Asseblief. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock GMT +2. That is London Open. 3:30 in the afternoon GMT +2 is NYSE. I think if you ask DeepSeek as well, DeepSeek will give it to you. Let's see if AI can figure this one out. Let's go here. Oh. Put deep think and search on. I must actually ask, I'll go on, what's her name? ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And do a visual. Ask it to create a visual representation so people can print it.
Visual representation of what now?
The trading hours for all of the major markets. Are you going to ask it?
Yeah, I got you.
Are you on the paid version?
Logging in now. Paid version? No, I'm on the free version.
Then I get the paid version. If the logins is on the marketing
On
group.
the marketing group.
Yeah.
Uno momento, s'il vous plaît.
It's going to be much better. Oh, Chad, almost missed our entry here. Shit. Here we go. Okay, let's go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, there we go. Second entry is in, so our average price is now there. That is our average entry. Beautiful. set the TPs here. Okay, there we go. Your DeepSeek struggled with this one. Okay, here we go. We're going to put it into a little visual box for you guys as well. Forex market sessions, Sydney, 8 o'clock GMT plus 2, 4 o'clock GMT plus 2. That doesn't sound right, my bruv. Does that sound right? Can't be 10 o'clock. Are you telling me we... Impossible, bruv. Open. Tokyo, London. Oh, yes, wait, yes, it 15:30. London. Okay, no, sorry, it is 9 o'clock. Yeah, Chad, we're gonna put this in a nice little visual for you guys. But use it. DeepSeek is free, Chad. ChatGPT is free. You guys need to start using these tools. Less Netflix, more of this. This indicator here, I literally use the free version of DeepSeek. This one that gives me the daily wicks. I literally went onto DeepSeek. I said, listen here, please script me. There's a script. Literally copy and pasted that script into Pine Editor, and there, little indicator. AI is insane, dude.
One of the most powerful tools we got going right now.
Keeps me awake at night. I use FP markets. FP markets for US 30. FP markets. What is the potential TP on US 30? I'm going for 284. But I'm going to say the low-hanging fruit is sitting there at the daily flip. A little bit higher, say 220. That's actually where I've set my TP. I'm not expecting a fireworks day. We've got Juneteenth in the US. No, it is on version 6. You can't actually on Pine Editor go version 5. You think AI will become sentient? Holy shit, Jakes, I've never heard of that word. Let me actually...
Sentient?
Sentient.
No, will it develop its own consciousness?
Sentient. If you think about it, Jakes, no. And I'll tell you why. If you think about it, what makes us human is we three-part. We spirit, we are soul, and we are body. And obviously your soul is what is your mind, your memories, and all of that. Your spirit is the life force that you got from God. That is why to some extent everyone has got the Spirit of God in them, because the Bible also says that in the end days, or when everything ends, everything will come back to God first and then the judgment. So everyone will move back there and then the judgment. So I don't think it will be a form of sentient and will build a memory, but it can never be human. Because everything it does and feels will be based off previous experience. So to an extent, you can then argue as humans, we are also a product of our past experiences. but the difference is we've got a spirit, we've got a soul, and we've got that hope of transcending this world into the next. But it's a very good question, Jakes. I think it's a lot of deep things that we need to think about. Dude, AI is insane, my dude. Chris, why are you buying with so much momentum to the down? There's not a lot of momentum to the downside. Would you consider this momentum to the downside? This is very overlapping. If I have to put a line chart here, this is very, very overlapping. So every structure break almost gets tested. This I can say is maybe a little bit of a momentum move there. But yeah, this is momentum. Like you'll see the highs getting cleared and price not really coming back to it. That is momentum. But this for me is very, very overlapping. But if you want to sell here, you're more than happy to. I just told the guys I'm buying here. I'm building a buy position from this morning before stream even started. Kriba, did you see the new video? Now, Eti, please send it to me. That the autism kick in. Ed, this is Elon. If Elon had to be on these streams.
Man got a little bit of that tism.
Bro, that guy is definitely a cyborg. I love him, but I think he's sent from the future. I think it's almost like Inception. Not Inception, Interstellar. I think he was here before. He's actually in the future, and he's trying to
come back
he's
now.
trying to get himself back to where he is. So he's in a future world. He's already on Mars, and he went back. He figured out how to go back in time, and it's just trying to go back home. Chris, pitch vir JP die idee om 'n Suid-Afrikaanse ChatGPT te maak met al jou Kribo kennis. JP van der Spy, wat gaan ons dit noem? Not yet. App, would you guys use an app? Do you think apps are still relevant in terms of a product or service?
I don't know. I feel like there's too many apps in my and there's an app for everything now, and I don't like it.
No. I don't know if apps is like electricity. It's almost like a company saying, hey, we've got electricity. Everyone's got electricity.
Chat, don't forget, June 35% off a VF account today. Don't delay.
Kribunaki. Mr. Chris, I read an article about how you can see manipulation by looking at the volume profile and big spike depending on the directional bias. Apparently low volume candle on a big spike is manipulation. Yes and no. And the reason is we've talked about it before. If you look at your accumulation distribution of volume is that you can have, for instance, the idea that a lot of times you'll see price will go down. But what effectively is happening while price is going down, your buying volume is actually increasing. So what it is showing you is that while price is going down, it's just being bought. Even though you haven't seen a bounce, the volume is diverging from it. So that is almost a false move. Trying to look too deep into it, my brother, is going to cause you to overthink a lot of things. But the idea is very simple. When you trade, you want to trade with momentum. So if I'm buying from a level, I don't want to see selling volume come in while I'm buying. I want to see the buy volume build with it. So if you, Well, I did a video. Let me actually share it for you. Then I don't have to I'm going to share it here for you, my brother. You can go and check it out. For free. For free. A full volume profile analysis. Gareth, go check it out. Yes, the older folk is still getting used to new tech, so they're still using apps. After passing 30 days, and then after that, every 2 weeks. No, I don't use ChatGPT for Confluence. I just use ChatGPT to condense a lot of information into a short summary for me. Eti, it's crazy, bro. So even Ed, I don't know if you know about Grok.
Grok. What's Grok?
That is X, old Twitter's AI.
Okay.
So you can literally, let's say you post a photo, you can comment and at Grok and ask Grok, what is happening in this photo? Is Ed really in New York, for instance?
Yeah.
And then Grok will respond in the comment section and give context on your photo and say this, say from geotagging, it is actually in New York. This is not fake. We've picked up from his travel tags that he's been traveling from. So you can literally ask Grok, give me context on something. Is this true? Is this headline true? Have you not seen it on X?
I'm never on X. X is a cesspool.
Have you coded a system for the strategy you're using? Would you like to know? And why? Yanku, I'm literally just going here above the daily flip because we are expecting today to actually be a range day. So I'm expecting, in all honesty, for US 30 to just do this the entire day. So we are hopeful if we can get there. That's the daily flip, just slightly above. Just expecting the candle to maybe just go a little bit bullish and then come back down again. That's the reason. So I've been scaling in. I've got 2 positions in already. Got 1 position in there, 1 position in here. So my average is currently sitting right there in the middle. I would be very comfortable with this position once we get through this point of control. Then I think we are in for a nice little pump to the upside, at least to Asia highs. That's also where Asia highs is sitting. We've dipped Asia lows now, so yeah, not stressed about the move. If I get stopped, I get stopped. But yeah, that is the idea. Ed, I'm just going to run to the bathroom.
Do your thing.
Can I throw on your screen, or do you want to keep it on mine?
You can throw it on mine. Same position though. Same position. I think I just have a slightly worse entry than yours because I didn't I didn't re-enter.
Chat, I'm just going to throw it to Etsky. I'll be back in a minute or two.
All right, Chad. I'm not expecting too much to happen here. I would love for price to go a little bit lower to that weekly pivot we spoke about earlier. That's why I'm going to add there, because I'm trading this on my funded. So I'm just going to do the 2 position at entry and then add 50% retrace is what I'm gunning for there. So I'd love a little bit of a retrace there, but if we don't get it, it's fine. We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get. Let me just sort this out quickly. Cha-cha-cha. All right. What is the difference between a one step and a phase 1 challenge? I'm assuming you're saying the difference between a 1-step and a 2-step. It just goes down to you either doing a 1-step, so 1 phase of the challenge. The caveat to that being the rules are a little bit tighter. How much you can your max drawdown, your daily drawdown is a little bit tighter than with the 2-step. But you only have to do it once and then you get funded versus the 2-step. You have to go through 2 phases. The conditions are a little bit more lax. But the caveat being you have to do it twice. So yeah, that's the basic difference between the two. Which one is better than the other depends on your preference. Are you cool playing the patient game with a little bit easier conditions, or are you a little bit more aggressive and you want to get it out the way as fast as possible? I prefer the 2-step myself. I feel like it's a lot less stressful than the 1-step, and I'm a patient dude, so I'm able to chip away at it just to make sure I get to the end. So the fund for the 86, how's it looking, Ed? Will you get it before December? Listen, if gold plays ball, then I think I can justify it to myself and buy it in December. If I sell my car, I can buy it now if I wanted to, actually. But I don't know, man. I don't want to get rid of Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning's been doing me good, man. So I wanna get this in addition to the car I have now, which is why I'm being a little bit more conservative. Is conservative the word? I'm trying to make sure I've saved up property for it. Otherwise, if I sell my car, then I could buy it tomorrow if I wanted to. So I'm as usual. I'm doing things the hard way just cause. But Blue Lightning's been good to me, man. She's old reliable. That car is. I have never had to repair anything on Blue Lightning. Like, the most expensive thing I've done to her is I had to replace the shocks. That is the most expensive thing she's ever cost me. I'm like, you don't get rid of a car like that. Blue Lightning is good, man. I ain't getting rid of Blue Lightning. Yeah, but December seems like a good time. I should have it by December. If things remain consistent and things go the way they going, we're gonna have a new baby in the house. Ayo. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Although I don't know, I'm keen to see how it changes my personality. Am I gonna be that guy? Am I gonna start wearing like designer sunglasses in the car? Change the wardrobe up, look a little bit more stylish? Am I gonna be that guy? Dane, Blue Lightning is a 2019 Toyota Corolla. Freaking the Japanese makes good cars, fam. The Japanese makes good cars, man. I am not getting rid of Blue Lightning for nothing. That car can go 30 years in the third world country, and she's only, how old is she? 6. She's still a baby. She is still a baby, and she still has less than 100 on the clock, eh? Like that car is still new. Oh, Lyndon, my last call before Blue Lightning was what I call the White Stallion, and that was also a white Toyota Corolla. You see, I have a bit of a trend. You see, Itski has a taste. Never by December. Always start near what? Always start of new year. I'm guessing is because then it's not registered the year before. Oh, you have a very good point there. Very good point there. Yeah, I'll probably do that then. Very good point. I was deep in blues US 30, but Vault was frozen, couldn't close. Ah, Kurtley. Let's see. Let me open my little VF account here. My little testing account. Were you on mobile or were you on PC? And close. It's working perfectly for me, bruv. But I just email support at vaultfinder.trade. Send screenshots, send like where things were. Just let us know. It might be a server issue. We can check with the tech team. It's working on my side though, but yeah. Just pop us an email on there. Nah, but Toyota's that is a car and a half, man. That is a car and a half. Still telling you the A6 is gonna break, so keep Blue Lightning. That one. You see, that's the thing. You gotta be careful. Getting a young little sports car, getting rid of old reliable. I'm a little nervous on that. Hence why I'm keeping old reliable. Is there a testing account also on Vault? So no, well, it's a, you can get the competition account. You can trade on that for free. Do we let people register in the middle of the month? I think we do, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can just hop in.
You can literally.
Yeah.
We keep the registration open. You can still win it on the last day. Chad, what I want to speak about quickly, what we chatted about, what I told you about that guy yesterday about time. In trading, what you need to realize is a lot of you guys want to win time by trying to force something very quickly. But in order to get, so this is what I drew for that young gentleman yesterday. And I said, let's say this is a little chart. Let's say this is the chart. Let's say this is money. And let's say this is time. So with trading, let's say the ideal curve will look like this. Let's say that's how the ideal curve looks like. And I told him 90% of the traders never get past this phase here. This little part here, let's call it delta T. No, but 95% of the traders never get past this stage because this is the difficult stage. This is where you're grinding it out, very little growth, because you want to ideally, you're trying to skip this part, and you can't skip it unless you come with a lot of money into trading. You can never skip this. So some might start there on their journey. They already have a lot of money, but a lot of you are trying to make money, so you're starting off with very little. And I told him to actually speed up your process, you have to slow down first and get through this phase here. Because once you get through this phase, that is when things will exponentially start to grow. But if you're not willing to sit out the hard yards here, you'll never get past it. You'll always be stuck in that death loop we spoke about. You'll always just play in this area. Time will pass, you will make some progress, you will throw it all into one trade. You start back at zero again. Go again, go back to zero again. And you do that over and over again. And the one guy that is just consistently grinding it out, every time you are resetting, he's already ahead. Because if I zoom in, the one guy that's consistent is now sitting there. Both of you, same progress, you restart. So when you restart, he's already ahead of you. Now by the time you get there again, that guy's sitting there, and you come here, and you throw it all in again. Now he's there. Now you restart again. By the time you get to that stage again, he's up here. So all he did was he took his time where you were trying to rush it, and he already put in the foundation. So again, it comes back to, I think it was Donnie that asked me that one morning, what would I change in my trading? And I said the only thing I would change is to slow everything down, not rush. Lyndon, that I almost want to say is the toughest part, because you are very close to wanting to go back into bad habits. You're very close to wanting to go back to that bad habits. But if you can break through there, that is when you get into the next level. So I hope that helps, Chad. Strategies are simple. I think everything comes down to that wanting to rush it. That wanting to rush it is what causes impatience. That wanting to rush it is what causes FOMO. It's what causes overtrading, because you're trying to win time, because you feel you may be behind on your finances in terms of where you want it to be. And now you're trying to gain back that time by forcing it. Yes, it was me. I took that advice. Yeah, Donnie, I can still remember it that day. How can I manage risk while trading with you guys? You shouldn't be trading with us, my brother. You should be listening and watching and figuring out your own trading style. No, nothing for me on NAS, brother. We just spoke about NAS potentially going bearish. I did say NAS can go bullish above here. This is your pivot point for the day. Pivot point for the day. And then US 30, we spoke about this area. Your daily flip, previous daily low. And there's your point of control. So in all honesty, if gold starts to trade above here, could be relatively bullish. Once gold gets above here, could be very, very bullish. But other than that, just got some positions on US 30. Not expecting a firecracker of a day. Close, we have a bottom wick. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, trading is not so much strategy, and I know it sounds like a cliche. I think it's more a mental thing. Itsuki, what do you rate? More mental than...
No, it's 100%. If you get the mental side of trading right. I mean, there's so many strategies out there that work. It's your daily ranges, Asia highs, Asia lows, even a couple of the ICT concepts tend to work. So the actual strategy part of it isn't the problem. It's just getting the mental side where you're able to patiently wait for whatever setup you're looking for,
Yes.
patient with your risk management, and just consistently chipping away over time. If you can manage that, 9 times out of 10, things are going to work out.
Yo, get out my Jesus.
Price is ranging like a mofo today.
Patience, 100%. Did I miss anything? Still telling you, I said, bro. What caused the blue light? Man? Bro, someone, yes, they are fucking idiots.
What's happening now?
No. So I got me some hunting gear yesterday, and Chad, I liked it. It's a pixelated camo jacket. He's like, bro, you can't wear that to the hunt. I'm like, why? He's like, the pixelated camo is for airsoft. Everyone will say, "Oh, you're an airsoft guy."
Wait, what's airsoft now? Like airsoft rifles?
Airsoft, that game with like BB guns, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, fuck you, bro. I'm going with my pixelated jacket. But then in the back of my mind, I'm also now like that guy, like, hey. Because, the guys chirp on a hunt, but I'll just blix on them, bro.
I mean, I imagine you're bigger than they are.
Yeah, no. If I lose my shit, I'll knock them out. Chad, is that true? Fuck, bro. And I can't send it back now. Chad, I like it. It is, he's like, nah, bro. Is it airsoft? Chad, talk to me. The hunters here. And don't say now, yeah, it's airsoft. The boys are going to chirp you. Let's... no, not yet.
Wait, what's it look like? Show it to us.
Yeah, it's on stream.
What am I? Oh, I think I'm behind on here. I mean, it doesn't look bad to me.
Ernest, fuck them. Okay, Ernest, I'm with you on that one. Bro, I like it.
No, it's sick.
Honestly, I don't like the standard ones where this just looked clean to me. Nah, Chad, we are kitted, Chad. Even gloves. Bro, I'm gonna look like a sniper mannequin. Chad, we even got the gloves, but it is shooting gloves, so don't worry. I'll still get my hand around the trigger. Nah, bro, this is gonna be chalk now. Hey, is this guy doing airsoft or is he here to shoot some animal?
How many of you guys are going?
It's about 10 of us.
I can see it now. 10 Oaks walk in, only Chris comes back out. Hey, what happened? I don't know. They were talking shit 1 minute and then they were gone the next.
Chad, and then I got me some of... Nah, bro. But now I'm thinking, why did I get the shorts as well? The matching... this is rough now.
It's like all.
Ooh, this is...
That might be a bit much.
That is like... Chad, there's the pack, so I got the matching shorts as well. These are some... I think it won't look bad with the shirts, though. Got some of the shirts. Then obviously got the gaiters as well. So, hey... Bro, so did I tell you yesterday my uncle, die book be like, check the airsoft. It's like, nah, the animals will be like, don't be scared of that guy. He's got an airsoft.
You got
gun.
airsoft
It's
rifle.
Those other guys.
Freaking walk up right to you, be like, you
Nah,
look safe.
Jared. Fuck. Brian, what do you rate? Do you rate I send it back? Nah, bro. I'm thinking of, but will it be in time? Ed, what do you rate? Do I just own it up
I just lean into it, bro. Lean into it.
and be like, yes, I do airsoft on the weekends? Chad, talk to me. Fuck. No, I'm an airsoft player.
God, it freezes his ears.
Daai is 'n lekker cool gans jagpakkie. This is the 5 minute, my brother. This is the 5 minute. Bro, I'm gonna have to get a new jacket. Fuck. They want me to get these ones, but I don't like these. These look cuck, my bro. These ones, Ed.
Oh yeah, let's see quick.
Those. I don't like that, bro.
Oh wait, what you like? What don't you like about it?
No, it just looks something like he'll get off Timo, like some trees and.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Fuck, no, I need to
Hey, how
get
much do these things go for?
1,610.
Hectic.
I'm gonna have to get this one. I can't have the. I'll maybe start the hunt with this one, and then like when the guys are like, okay, this guy's cool, he's one of us, then I hit them with the other one.
The airsoft.
What do you rate? Once I do that,
Keep them guessing.
Chad, what do you rate? I do that, or do I just commit with the other one?
Have you got the other one already?
Chris getting in trouble. Oh no, man, Chad, you guys aren't helping me here. You taking a duck whistle, hey Brian? Ooh. No, man, Brian. Shit, Ed. What do you rate? I'm in two minds, bro. So this morning when he phoned me, I sent him the stuff, and he phones me, and he's like, "Dude, you can't go with that." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "That's airsoft stuff." He's like, "Get yourself a proper jacket." I'm like,
It's airsoft stuff.
"Hey, man, now I need to." Maybe if I phone Sniper and ask if that order has already been done. I'm actually gonna ask. I'm gonna ask DeepSeek.
You know, you're gonna
I'm
ask
going.
DeepSeek. Oh, is this what we've devolved to now, Chad? Every decision that comes up, like, wait, let me ask AI quick.
Yeah, I can't go hunt with that, bro. I'll have to phone Sniper now.
I didn't strike you for that kind of guy who is.
No, but I don't like that. I don't want to be put in that situation where I want to move somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to be put in the situation where the chirps get a little too much.
Like,
and then it's like the weekend's ruined.
Now I have to fight. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to try and avoid that.
I came here to have a good time. Now my fist guy get bloody.
Hulle gaan nie jou vertrou om te braai nie. Okay, wait. Bro, no, I can't.
No, what's DeepSeek saying?
Some experienced hunters might see overly tactical gear as a sign that someone is new and focused more on the aesthetic of hunting than the practical skills of woodcraft. They might assume you prioritize looking cool over research on effective hunting. Right? Okay, but it's given me a counter argument here, Chad. That's the beauty here. So the counter argument, effectiveness is king. Ultimately, the most important thing is, does it break up your outline and help you blend into your specific hunting environment? It's just camo. Most hunters understand camo is camo. It's cool. Why you're wearing breaking your outline. Focus on practicality and behavior. Safety, woodmanship, ethics, practical gear. Pixelated patterns are used for hunting. Many major camera manufacturers do produce patterns designed for hunting. Some Messy Oak Digital, the line between military digital and hunting digital is blurred. Is the jacket quiet? Rustly fabric? Is it appropriate for the weather? Does it fit well? Okay, some hunters might initially make a snap judgment based on the pixelate. However, this judgment will be very short-lived if you demonstrate safe, ethical hunting practice, show respect for the land, the game, move quietly, have gear that is otherwise functional and appropriate. If the pattern works well in your environment, someone teases about you, it's likely light-hearted. You can laugh it off. Yeah, it was a gift on or sale. Actually works great in the bush. Or simply show your competence. Don't stress too much about focus. Bro, it's chalk. I have to send it back.
You have to send it back.
Fuck.
No, man, just take this with.
Nah, I can't.
Just print this and take it with.
Bro, I was hoping DeepSeek could give me... Bruh.
Oh, it's hilarious. Sure.
Yeah, Steve. Nah, bro. It's chalked, my dude. I cannot believe I didn't research this. You can see bro, I should actually just own it. Like, I've only gone hunting like 4 or 5 times in my life. Just say, boys.
I'm new at this. Didn't know the rules.
Wil jy gemoerak? The first thing they asked me about the pixelated jacket, I'm going to say, when was the last time you were in hospital? It's going to be like, why? He's like, keep asking me about my pixelated jacket.
You'll visit real soon.
You'll find out. Then after I sent this to him, he's like, don't you want to get camo shoes as well while you're at it? Fuck, the chirps are gonna be.
Oh, they're gonna chirp you sticking.
Yeah, I've gone hunting like 5 times, my bro, but it's not. I'm not a seasonal hunter. This is the first day I'll go on to like a 3-4 day hunting trip. Yeah, bro, and then you still, if you quest it, bro, then. Okay, Chad, wait, let's put up a poll. Yeah, Ed. I think the Chad needs to help me. I think we need to put up a poll, yeah. Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. Nah, bro, I can't. Nah.
The chat has spoken.
Let's see what the chat is saying there. Hey. Let's see what the chat is saying.
I didn't realize there were so many rules with hunting.
Bro, me as well. I thought you rock up, you make and druk. This is quite a nice jacket. It's very cold where we're going, bro. That's the only reason I ordered the jacket.
Were you guys doing it?
Somerset.
Okay.
Yes, bro, with these jackets. I think I just need to come in stern and be like, as enigiemand van julle kak praat van my pixelated camo baadjie, praat nou of hou jou bek. So back will bloei, praat oor die camo. just come in firing.
Come in swinging
just come in like,
from the jump.
And they're like, okay, bro, like chill. You can wear the pixelated. All right. Now that that's out of the way, let's go hunting, boys.
just now someone brings you actually brings an airsoft rifle for you. He's like, hey man, you forgot this.
Hey Armand, Ed, I think what I'm gonna do is once I get it on the tow bar of my car, then you just drive and you pull me down the street, like some tears in it.
Oh, make it look a little rugged there.
Throw some blood on it. Throw some grass on it. Chad, you know what to do. I want to tell them that Chad said, "Rocket, Chris."
No, 70-30 split. That's not even. That's not insignificant.
Hey, the Chad has got my back. As daai bok nie van Woolworths af is nie, sal Brian hom nie skiet nie. Do you know that? Brian won't go hunting if those bucks don't come from Woolworths.
Yo, Brian, you're you got a standard there, hey?
Ghost of the Savannah. Wat jy met doen as jy gaan jag. Ek sal check hoor. Just need a little bush on my head. Chad, we're gonna start wrapping up here. For the guys that were here earlier this morning, you guys know what I said. So you know what I said about the end of the session. So if you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. So you're not wrong. So Chad, just gonna run through it for the guys that were earlier. What you read in the chat. I'm talking. If you know, you know. So just know. Anyways, Chad, very range bound day. We've got Juneteenth in the US. Not expecting too much. Dollar, as mentioned, is bullish. We do expect that push up. US 30, relatively flat close yesterday. Would expect some volume to come in today. However, it is Juneteenth. While we're trading below the previous daily low, we are effectively still bearish. However, I'm taking into consideration that it is a bank holiday in the US, expecting range-bound price. And if we expect a range day, what do we expect is going to happen after we take Asia lows? We would expect Asia highs to be taken, and then for price to just trade within the Asia range. All right, so that's why I've got the bars there. If it dips any deeper, I don't think I will add any more. I think I will just have this little two-piece McNugget on it. But that is just me. NASDAQ, as mentioned, this zone here, previous daily low, daily S1, also your point of control. Monitor that zone. Asia lows taken, holding. Gold, as mentioned, this zone right here is critical. If you can't get through it, gold will continue short. If you start holding above, gold will go long. Edski, any closing remarks there from you, my brother?
No, exact same position with you on US 30. And then gonna wait for gold to do a little bit of a retrace before I enter another little barcode position at that weekly S1 for my swing longs. Will that happen today? Do not know. With it being a US back holiday, sometimes we get a little bit of a surprise volume day, sometimes we don't. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on the charts. I got a limit there, and if it hits, awesome. If it doesn't, that's the day.
Alrighty, Chad. With that being said, we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love. Thank you so much, Itski.
Anytime.
Chad, we will see you on the flip side. Cheers.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere
seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Like for them just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Like for them just a time, just like another season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Like for them just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Like for them just a time, just like another season. You
Alrighty. Now that the real ones are still here. We've pruned the other guys. Alrighty, Chad. The stream will not be available after this, so we are dropping it out after this. Okay, Chad, get your notebooks ready. I'm gonna drop some delicate sauce here on you guys. Let me just get one thing ready for you guys. Please get this indicator. Yeah, we have to, for the real ones, the ones that come early and the ones that, yeah, all the signal providers have left. Chad, please get that indicator. Get some notebooks, get yourselves ready. I'm gonna drop some nags for you now. Tariq, I will set break even, or not even break even. So I've got my first position in there, and I've got my second position in there. So once we hit that point of control, what I usually then do is I move my stops into that lowest position, and then I put the stop of that one also at the lowest position for the chance that we maybe come back down. That's similar to what I did with yesterday's shorts. And then once we passed it, then I will consider going break even. But remember, this is almost a position trade. So you're not trying to over manage the trade, because you're thinking of in terms of your general. But I'm going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about it now. Okay. So I hope you guys are ready. There's the indicator. Okay, Chad. So what I'm going to drop for you guys now is, I started 3 weeks ago. Actually, it wasn't even for. It wasn't even going to be a challenge or anything. There was just something that I wanted to test, and it was more the point of control strategy. And I just want to show you guys. And I just threw 2K into an account, and I started trading it. So, and again, I don't have to prove anything to anyone, but there, I don't know. Let me just see. Oh shit, yeah. So the deposit was 2K. We're sitting at basically 16.5K on the account. There's the 2 trades running as well, so it's close to 20. And very little risk. You can see the risk. They're not over risking or anything. And basically how I did it, I'm gonna show you guys now, is the following. If you think about it, that like I always, and these are things actually we always talk about, and you guys know this, is the following. Sorry, I just want to thank you so much. Cheers, Chad. Just want to take a little sip. Yo, look at that crema. Beautiful. Okay. Sheesh. One more. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to talk about it. First step is obviously your daily bias. So I want you guys to choose a daily bias. You stick with that. Even if you're wrong on the day, you don't flip your bias. Okay. You stick to your daily bias. And the way I do it, you guys know how I do my daily bias. You can go onto the Discord. By now, I think all of you should be on the Discord. So if you go to the education section, if you go to the education section in the Discord, I basically use all of these scenarios, but on the daily time frame. It's as easy as that. If your daily time frame fits any one of these, then that's your bias for the day. If it falls within a buy setup, you just buying that day. If it falls within a sell setup, you're only selling that day. Okay. That is the one thing. Then, so you choose your bias, you don't shift. Okay. Then your second thing is when you go to your daily and you put on that indicator that I've just sent to you guys, that is your data that you're going to use. I specifically coded it for the last 20 periods, because effectively there's 20 trading days within a month. It could be a little bit more, but you want to look at the most recent price action. So from this data, I can now see that my average upper wick, let's call it, I don't know why I said upper, that is horrific. But anyways, your average top wick is 125 points. Your average lower wick is 156, and your average daily range, is 224. Okay, so we're going to use that data so you can see that. Some of the guys didn't even note it on stream, but that's your average lower wick and that's your average daily range. Okay, so we're using averages here. The idea is, I don't know how many of you did stats, but I'm going to explain this to you guys quick and simple terms. The bell curve is something we use in stats to determine deviations from the mean. Okay, so I'm going to just copy this and just paste it on the chart real quick. Let's just bring this up to where we were. Let's just get it out of the way here. The bell curve, if I can explain it to you very simply put, is a distribution of averages. So think of Coca-Cola. Let's say you're working in a factory and on your production line, you're only filling 500 milliliter bottles. Ideally, let's say your mean, your average for your Coke bottle should be 500 mils. That's the perfect. But in your production line, you are going to have bottles that are going to be slightly underfilled, and you're going to have bottles that are slightly overfilled. Okay. But there's certain tolerances that maybe, as Coke says, all right, 80% of our bottles need to be overfilled or whatever. So there's always some type of mean. So when something falls outside of the mean, that is very odd, because we always talk about averages. In nature, in markets, price would always want to almost come back to the mean, the average. Mean is just another word for average, if you didn't know. So now, taking these averages into consideration, we know the average upper wick is potentially 125. We know the average lower wick is potentially 156. We know the average daily range is 224. So this morning's trade, I was bullish because we were trading on a support, and NASDAQ was also bullish. Now, if you go and measure your average lower wick, which was 156, you would know that is where we got our first entry position. So I know if we are going to go bullish, I'm fine with being wrong. Please get that part right. You're fine with being wrong. But I know if I start building my position there, I'm relatively close to the average. And like I told you now with the bottle, it can go deeper. It can be overfilled. And that's why I add. My stop loss is 250 from that first position. Why? Because I've seen that the average daily range is 224. And remember, this is from daily open to close. So I'm giving myself the probability that if price starts to go against me, I'm still within that range. At worst case scenario, I get out of the trade break even. Now, that is where I look at my daily bias. Okay, so let's quickly do this. Oh, flip. I look at my daily bias, choose one. You're not double dipping, you're not buying and selling, you're doing one. You look at your data. Now, I'm bullish on the day and I want to be buying from where the average lower wick is. There I marked it out. That is your average lower wick. My stop loss slightly bigger than the average daily range. So I pull 250. You can make it 300, whatever you want. So from that first position that I took, that is why I've got the fib. Let me just put everything else off. That's why I pulled the fib. I want to average into the position with the idea that we are eventually going to flip bullish. All right. So that's why I pulled the fib in there to give me those zones where I will build my entry. Same lot size. You're not scaling in bigger. You're using the same lot size throughout. You want your risk to actually reduce as you come down, because what's going to happen is, let's say you've got your full stack in. All of your entries got triggered. Now all of a sudden price starts trading here and it's just ranging here. Effectively, this is now your break-even point. And that's why I say, worst case, you can get out at break-even. If it's not going to start moving to the upside, you can be like, listen here, it's not moving. I've given it enough room. Or it just slightly starts to go into profits and you're like, yo, I've been in this trade the entire day. Let me just put my stop losses for all my positions here. And worst case, I get out at break-even. Now, this is where the critical part comes in. We still use the reference towards our Asia lows and our Asia highs. So this for me was a very nice potential setup. And I told you guys why. Because we're close to the average lower wick. We're close to Asia lows. Asia highs is still untested. We do not throw that out of the window. We still use that in context. And then the point of control, very important. The point of control, like yesterday, Bonang unfortunately getting stopped, but I showed you guys why I managed the trade. Because your point of control effectively is your true pivot level. That is where price, your point of control can change during the day, but that is your effective pivot, because that is where the majority of the volume has traded. And we've always talked about it. Price will range to expand. Okay. So all of that build up, that concentration of volume is going to want to go somewhere. It's not going to continuously just, you'll never see a point of control for the entire day just trading there unless the markets are closed or something. It will trade either to the point of control or it will trade away to the point of control. So that point of control is almost like a magnet for you. Now, when you start entering your positions, you've got your full stack in. Now you want to start managing the trade. This is where a few things become important. Firstly, point of control. Okay. That's going to be our first hurdle to get through. Once we're through the point of control, previous daily low. Once we're through the previous daily low, our daily flip. Because what do we expect? We've been bearish the entire day. Now that the daily is going to flip, there is a chance that we just create a tiny little top wick and come all the way back down. But there's also a chance that all of this price action was purely just a bottom wick and this daily can expand. And that is where your average daily range then comes in. And you can either target the full average daily range, or you can say, Chris, listen here, we're not always going to reach the average. So let's say if I can catch 75% of the average, which is 220 times 0.75, 165. So Chris, I'm happy to go 65 less. Let's call that, let's call it the safe average daily range, because you wanna hit something that you can always hit, and then for that reason, that exit there is gonna be number one. You're not gonna have FOMO, even if it shoots up another 1,000. You're not gonna even stress about it. Now, taking you guys through a practical example yesterday. Let's quickly break down yesterday. Yesterday, I liked the short idea with Bonang, but I told you guys I managed it for a certain reason there with point of control. Go watch the stream yesterday. Now looking at yesterday, I was bearish, but now looking at the average stop wick, we said the average stop wick is 157, if I'm not mistaken. Where did I write it down? Average upper wick, 125. Okay. Average upper wick is 125. Average daily range is 225. 225. Okay, there. 225. So I want to just mark that out. All right. Now, yesterday, let's go to a lower time frame. And I'm just going to replay it as it was yesterday. There. And I want to tell you why I didn't take the average upper wick and I took the average daily range yesterday. Okay. So yesterday, the reason why I didn't start scaling in with the average upper wick, but you could still have done it and you would have still been safe, was the reason that our point of control was sitting here. And I told you guys we have been relatively consolidative around it. So if we are going to start pushing up, this is going to be an expansive move. Okay. So I got my initial short there. We started pumping down, came back, I closed it out. Then what I did was once we traded up, I waited. Once we traded up there, I entered my first position. Coming back to what we talked about now, that is my first position. I know we are now at the average range area. That is technically your day. Your day is potentially done here. It's going to start reversing. Now, from there, what do? I pull my fib. And I put my sell limits on these levels. And let's forward. I only got 2 positions in. That position there. Okay, so now my average price is there. Hey, my brother. Now my average price is there. Okay. What did I say about trading away from the point of control? If you trade heavily away from it, you expect it to come back down. Okay. So there's my 2 positions in. I let it move. Round about this level, round about here is where I actually took my stop loss and placed both my stop losses at that level high there. Because we're starting to come down. At any stage can we start moving up again. Okay. Then what happened was, I'll show you now. Here, I think it was here. I was actually contemplating. No, not yet. I'm going to show you guys now. I think it was on the 30. Yes, so when we were starting to trade here, this is where I was on high alert because this is effectively a breakout. And I was like, okay, I need to monitor this level now because this is your breakout. That's your retest. So I'm not throwing everything that I know about trading just out of the window and now just trading with opium. You're still taking it level for level. You're just putting everything that you know into a little bundle and you're using it. So I sat through it and I looked at this range. I'm taking you guys exactly through my mindset yesterday. I'm looking at that minor break of structure. I'm looking at this consolidation. And I'm like, okay, if we are going to start breaking out and holding here, I'm going fully break even. Okay, let's see. Okay. We had another break. Yeah, okay. Now there's that 30-minute level we spoke about. So I was monitoring this level. The one side of me, I think my take profit was just above Asia highs because I was expecting it to come back to Asia highs. So if it turns short, that's also fine. There's my 30-minute level. Now I'm still monitoring it. Okay. Now I see it starts to bounce, but I'm still seeing that the order flow is bearish. You can see that we are breaking structure lower. So I tell myself mentally, I'm break even now. I also don't want to leave money on the table. So what I tell myself is, again, what we talk about in our daily ranges. if price closes inside here, very likely it will fill out this range. If it rejects, it will come down. If it breaks through, it will go up. So now I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. I'm checking this level. Will price get through? Okay, I see the rejection. Nice. Okay, it's consolidating here. I'm still happy with this. So now we consolidating in this range, and I think just before the FOMC came out, we had a nice little drop there, and I think you guys would have seen on my Instagram story, that's where my take profit was, and I was done for the day. Closed the charts. That was my trade. Happy with it. A 205-point trade, basically almost reversing the entire daily range, and little to no stress on the trade, and yeah, she just chopped for the rest of the session. Same thing with the trade this morning. Not the greatest trade, if I'm being very honest with you guys, because the daily structure is not 100% clear. And for the most part, why I'm looking for the buy is we've got a very little top wick. So again, coming back to averages, we know the average top or bottom wick is, say, 125 or 150. A 20 pip top wick is not, what is that? That is not great. We are technically bearish. We should only be bullish back above the previous daily low. But again, just playing into pure probabilities, that is the reason for the trade we took today. Is there any questions, guys? Is there any questions? Does it make sense? I don't think I can explain it any easier than that. Please keep it to yourselves. Please keep it to yourselves. There's a lot of guys on Instagram and social media that I know is stealing our concepts, and there's nothing wrong, Chad. End of the day, as long as they go and teach it for free to someone else that can benefit from it, I don't mind. But I've seen it, guys in the industry that were trading SMC. Now all of a sudden their charts look like ours. They've got Asia ranges on their charts. They've got previous daily lows and highs. So you can see they're on our streams, and these are guys with big followings. So I don't mind it, but the indicator, I'll drop it again for you guys quickly. Alrighty, Chad, that is some of the nuggets. Keenan, no, I would say apply it to something that's got volume, like US30. Apply it to US30, Keenan. No, it will. Don't overthink it, guys. If the average daily range on the indicator says 225, you can round it up to either 230 or 220. Because remember, we're scaling in our position. We're not trying to be snipers here. We're thinking like investors. We're thinking US30 is going to go up. We're dollar cost averaging into our position. And we're doing it very meticulously, not just randomly. We know where we want to start throwing risk on the table. It can be applied to NAS as well. Is $1,000, I don't know what you are trading with. I don't know what is your average risk to reward per week. That is up to you, my brother. Go look at your stats. You're asking, I've seen you on the stream, you're asking very open-ended questions, wanting answers. Is $1,000 profit realistic? It is realistic with what account size you're trading. It could be realistic if you've got 100% win rate and you take one trade a month and you do 2R and you've got $1,000 account. It's Donovan, it's a very open-ended question, my brother. You need to start thinking, okay? You need to start thinking in probabilities. Why? Is $1,000 profit realistic goal for month-to-month basis if my average risk to reward per month is 5R? if your average risk to reward per month is 5R, then you take $1,000 divided by 5. It gives you $200 per risk per trade. What's my most consecutive losses is 5. So then I need to have at least $1,500 in my account. You need to. I'm not blitzing you, Donovan, but I want you to get out of that that mindset you're in now. That mindset with a question like that is wrong. Okay. So please don't feel offended, brother. I want you to excel in this. Where do you take it from? That daily open. Remember, it's your average daily range from open to close. Well, the average range, no. Remember, it's stats, my brother. So it takes the last 20 days. Yes, Fabs. Alrighty, chat. If there's no questions, I hope you guys found this insightful. Thank you so much for joining today. We will see where this trade is gonna go. Again, like I told you guys, little to no stress. You work out your risk, like I showed you guys this morning. If you get stopped, you get stopped. There's no issue with that. And you just do this every single day. You follow the plan, you wait. And I can't guarantee anything, Chad, but I've been literally doing this for the last 3 weeks, to the point where I told Keegs, I was like, shit, bro, this actually, like, I'm going to scale into this. It's become a little pet project now, where, yeah, it shouldn't actually be what it is now, but it's now a thing of, oh, I took 2K to 100K, but I'll just show it to you guys. I don't even think I want to make it public or anything. But yeah, it works. We've been trading it. Those little trade entries I've sent before stream is all based off this. So I've given you guys the source. Enjoy it. Don't say I've never given you guys anything. For the guys that I was wondering why you were trading like you were. Yeah, now you've got it. Appreciate the support, guys. Rooting for all of you. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, no stream this afternoon. It is a bank holiday. And really, Chad, I'm really rooting for you guys. You guys think I'm joking when I say that. That's why I'm sitting here explaining these things when guys DM me. I'm giving advice, because if you've been at a place that low in your own trading and in life and in general, it's very easy to give advice and to help people, because you know how helpless you were at one stage, and nobody helped me. So I'm trying to help you guys. All right. Nobody reached out a hand. I was in my own pit and I had to dig myself out. But yeah, you guys have a lot of resources. You've got me, Keegan, Ed, you had Miles, you've got Punang. So take that, use it. Don't take it for granted. As much as these streams are free, never take anything for granted. There was a price that all of us had to pay to be here. All right. All right, chat. Peace and love, baby. We will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.